Welcome to the Judith TV show. Form, today's hottest celebrity relationship gist, secret romances exposed, shocking breakups shaking the internet, and couples everyone is talking about. Which gist do you believe? And which is just hype? Stay tuned for more. Welcome to the Judith TV show.
Hello, lovelies. I decided to react to the post made by an ex-aide of Ned Nwoko, I think SA on Student Affairs or something, in regards to this marital buzzwords between Regina and Ned. Dear is my name is Judith with a touch of Ifeyinwa, and this is the Judy TV show. I talk about marriage and marriage related trending issues. And I want to talk about or react to the post of that guy. I don't know whether any other person is seeing it the way I'm seeing it. Everybody's entitled to the opinion as long as the thing is put out there on the social media. To be honest, I don't know why a lot of people are making it look as if Ned committed an offense by marrying Regina by simply because he's older than her. I don't know why a lot of people are seeing it like that, because a lot of people will call him ancestors, some people will call him grandpa, some people will call him everything. Oh yes, he's far older than Regina, that is well known. But can I shock you guys? Has anybody forgotten about Ikemba Ojukwu? The late Ojukwu Kemba from the southeastern part of Nigeria, that married a serving minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that was almost like 50 years or more than her senior, right? And they lived peacefully. There was no drama. There was just no time that there was anything about them, okay? Then there's this Southwest man that is into flags or something. If I remember his name now, he is also older than his wife by almost 40 or 50 or something. Until today, there has been no drama. They are still together up to today. As a matter of fact, that of Ikemba, that's Ojukwu, Mr. Ikemba Ojukwu, if or Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu, if the man were to be alive, he would still have been there with his wife. So I do not see anything wrong that this man did by marrying Regina. A lot of people married her at an age. Don't forget that when you want a driver's license, for instance, once you are up to the age of 18, you are regarded as an adult, okay? You know what you're doing. That is when they can give you that. Or even when you want a driver's license, anything you just want to do, 18 has always been the benchmark. Recall when the jam said that people below 18 should now not be going for, I mean, people below 18 should be going for jam and everything. They pegged it at 18. That thing became a little bit controversial until it was sorted out. What am I trying to say? To be honest, I am beginning to think that probably Regina and her mom and her siblings, they really planned this thing, to get involved with this man, milk him, get whatever thing they can get, and then, just leave the man like that. I say that because the post of this guy that I was talking about, he narrated that how Regina and Ned met was when Regina's mom brought her to apply for undergraduate scholarships that Ned normally gives to people that are from his community or constituency or whatever. So when they came, what Regina's mom brought her, the guy that was in charge now said, because this guy said he's the SA of that student affairs, he now told them that Regina is not qualified because she's not from the immediate constituent of Ned as at that time. So Regina's mom now raised her voice and was like, no, but my daughter is brilliant, she's intelligent, she's qualified. And then while she was now raising her voice or talking, trying to ask that the girl be accepted, that is Regina, Ned now came out and now said, what is all this noise about? The guy now said, he explained to him, now said, okay, that there's no problem. Let him include her. From there, they now went to thank the man and all that. That was where the story of this Ned and Regina started, that they were living in one bedroom rented apartment. This man now went and bought a house for them, bought a Mercedes Benz gift for them, and so on and so forth. So it was like, to me, I may be wrong, it was like a pre-planned thing. Let's just go in there and grab whatever thing you can grab, because ever since Regina came in there, she has been flaunting this man's wealth. Unfortunately, I saw a video that Mama Regina did recently where she was calling Ned Nwoko a gold digger. No, I don't know if it a gold digger. That he was doing campaign and Regina gave him $50,000 for crying out loud. I think this guy or one of his aides, in annoyance and reaction, now posted a receipt, a bank transfer payment of where Ned dashed Regina $100,000. That is before he joined politics, maybe for her birthday or whatever, but he just posted that receipt. So there's not, I commend Regina actually. I mean, if your husband is giving you money and then he now wants to go into campaign, you decided to show him support by saying, look, I'm giving you this to use to support you and all that. But I don't know why my Regina's mom is making a noise out of this whole thing, as if it is now Regina that was now feeding Ned. If it is not because of his money, that is because of love. What happened to Somadina, the upcoming artist, actor that Regina was dating that time? Why did he not marry that guy? Why would you not have to go to Ned? And all this lifestyle that Regina has, you and I know that Regina cannot afford it, despite the fact that she's an actress. When she started acting at the age of 7, how much was she paid? I think about 10,000 naira. Okay, there are so many grade A lady artists out there, female actresses that are out there. How much do you think they pay them? Just how much? A lot of them are doing influencing job and all that. That is where they get the real money. Maybe the influence for either Glow or anything, any brand whatsoever. So are you now telling me that Regina now made so much money that Regina is now the one? Because the woman that is Regina's mom kept on saying that you want to bite the finger that fed you. That is Regina fed Ned Nwoko. How? No, I just don't get it. How? So all the wives that he married before, the 5 of them, it was apparently Regina in her mother's womb that gave him money to marry them. How do you talk about that? So the Ferrari now, it is Regina's own. What are you talking? What is this woman talking about? However, the latest, as we all know, is the brother that has been arrested and he's in a police detention and all that. I don't know whether it's a way that they will charge him to court or whatever over the insult he hurled at Ned and whatever. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, can I tell us something? Look, children that are well brought up, when their father and their mother is quarreling, you find that they remain neutral. When their elder brother or elder sister is quarreling with their spouse, they don't go all out insulting. They remain neutral. Even at the background, they be trying to see how this thing can be reconciled. No, 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 but not that Sammy. Apparently, he's the one that Ned was saying that he supplies drugs to Regina, right? I don't know whether that was what, because the guy was saying, oh, you are lucky, I'm not at home, I would have broken your jaw and all that. And that is the man that you're in his house, eating his food, right? But then the shocking thing that guy revealed, that I now shook my head and now said, oh, this Ned Nwoko, oh my God, the man will be feeling so bad. He'll be regretting ever helping Regina. The very day she came in, requesting for that scholarship. I don't know whether she continued after the scholarship. Of course, maybe after the man married her, maybe she now abandoned the whole thing and then now faced the marriage and everything. Was that the same Sammy? There was a time the guy said he beat up a DPO in Lagos and they locked him up. That it was this Ned that used his influence to intervene to get the guy released. There was another time the guy was arrested over either possession of hard drugs or lifestyle or something. They arrested the guy. Ned, his family, Mama Regina, they prevailed on him to intervene to get the boy released. This same Sam that was arrested, and Ned prevailed and they released the boy. And then the man now said in that post that when they released the boy, Ned now called the boy and was now like, counseling him to be a good boy and everything, and asked him $2,000 for him to go and, be a good boy and behave himself. These are the people that now gathered now and they're now trolling this man. My point is this: there's no way Ned can be a perfect human being. There's just no way. Okay, it's only God that is perfect. More so when there are other wives there. But what I'm saying is that whatever is the problem, Regina is still married to this man. Yes, she went and bought a house, and the mother supported it. And the mother is now making a video calling Ned a gold digger. Aside that, she now co-opted the father of Regina, this man that he called an enemy of progress, when the man said, no, I don't want the man to marry my daughter. He called Regina's father enemy of progress. The video is there. The man even said that himself. He now went and co-opted the man now that they arrested the boy, so that the man can now come and join her to fight Ned. I wish that man will be sensible, that is Regina's father, will be sensible enough to know that the best way to go about it, approach any of the brothers of Ned. Let them call a meeting behind closed doors, discuss what is the issue. Whatever thing that is it, discuss it. If Regina doesn't want to go on with the marriage, oh well and fine, but let it be done in a more responsible way. But I tell the family of Regina, especially her mom, this man is trying to save your daughter because Regina is deep into drugs. It is no longer in doubt. If anybody had watched this latest video that Regina did, where she was wearing a red top and a long hair like that, where she was saying that she has not, this is 5:30 a.m., she has not slept, with her face all made up, or that she has not slept, and then she was now saying, how is it that I didn't sleep and every other person is asleep? How? I don't know. Apparently, that's how everybody in the house, when she has not slept or whatever, every other person wakes up and all that. For her to be saying that, what she said in that video was not in any way coordinated. When she was saying people should stop insulting her mother, it was not in any way coordinated at all, at all. So that is an evidence of the fact that this lady or this girl is taking something. And that is what the man is trying to, help her. Because Regina's brother, I don't know, I think is the eldest brother now, or another younger brother, I don't know his position, the one that is based, I think, in UK, was now mocking Ned that his son died of drug-related either sickness or whatever. Apparently, that is why the man, is pained seeing his own wife, his favorite wife, going into that route. And that is why, being a senator, he didn't want her to remain in Nigeria, where people can, assess the situation that, oh, the wife has checked into a rehab and all that. He wanted to take her outside the country to where people will not know. Until when she's okay, she will come back. Nobody will know. It will just look as if she had gone on vacation. But no, these people doesn't want it like that. They felt whatever money they have gotten from the man is a huge amount of money. That money, drugs alone will drain it in less than a year. But for Regina's mother that is coming out to, not after the mental health of her daughter, but to be making unnecessary videos that, it's not necessary. I don't understand how that woman operates. And this is a woman that once you see her, I even understand that Ned helped her at one point in time to get into the State House of Assembly. I don't know how far, allegedly, I don't know how far that is true. But if it is true, and that is the woman, so the best way to pay this man back is to be behaving like this, making it look as if this man committed a crime in the world by marrying a girl that is older than. That's why I gave an example. If I remember the name of that man, it's a Southwest man from the Southwest, well-known man. I don't know, I can't remember the name of the man. He's into he has a company that produces, I think, flask or something, coolers or something. The wife that he married, the man is far older than the lady. The lady gave him 4 children, but they're still together till today. I think 4 boys. The same thing with Ikemba from Southeast. That's why I gave it. These are just the 2 that I know. I'm sure there are other ones. So, and if this man is not taking good care of Regina, anybody would have just said, okay, you brought a small girl to marry her and then you are messing her up. But Regina has enjoyed her life to the full. No wonder when the president announced removal of fuel subsidy, and then people were now saying, oh, the president should, the federal government should try as much as possible to put a palliative in place to, for the sufferings that people are going through and all that. Regina came out and said that Nigerian youth are lazy. That's why they're complaining. Yes, Regina already has said that. I also recall, it's no longer news when she said that she prefers to cry inside the Ferrari than inside the Keke. All manner of arrogant and proud talks like that. And the mother could not. Okay, look at Sammy is now that is, if it is the same guy that going by the post that guy made and what Ned said, there's a link to what both of them are now saying. And this guy said he's not even longer working for Ned, yet he came out to say, no, Oga is not like that. This is what happened. This is what happened. Now, if what they said about that Sammy is true, which means that guy is into drugs and the guy has ended up introducing Regina, will this Regina's mom be able to contain two of them once they get deep into drugs? Will she be able to? Because the Ned, even if Regina said, okay, I don't want this marriage anymore, and she walks away, first of all, the court will not grant her custody of those children, going by the fact that she takes drug, to this extent. That is number one. And then number two, if anything happens to her tomorrow, the way they're trying to rubbish this Ned of a man, being even a senator, tomorrow, if anything happens, how would they go back to that man and seek his help? Just how? Because any money you keep there and you're just taking and then eating and taking and taking and taking without maybe reinvesting on something, okay, is a matter of time. Is a matter of time. That is why you see people, hold a big position like that in the society or in governance and in government and all that. And at the end of the day, when they don't have anything to do, before you know it, if you see them on the road, you won't recognize that kind of a person that has such a position. To be honest, Regina's mother, Madam, you are not doing things right too. You are just not getting things right. It's not a question of Regina coming to say, oh, people should stop insulting. Nobody's insulting your mother. People are telling her the truth so that at least she can advise herself and do the needful. She can advise herself and do the needful. The same man that you're trolling was the same man that got this Sammy, I think Sammy, released when they said he beat up a DPO in Lagos. How many years ago? And then when he was arrested for drug-related offense or lifestyle or something, it was the same Ned that intervened. And that is the same man that you are now calling him a gold digger. How? How is Ned Nwoko a gold digger where Regina is concerned? Where Regina is concerned, she's not even a grade A artist. It was just actress. It was just because she's married to Ned, I agree that, being an actress, also people, that also helped. Mercy Johnson also helped her husband to campaign when the guy was campaigning. Have you ever seen Mercy come to now, rub it in and all that and all that? In fact, when her husband won, she also followed her husband to go to his community, to go and thank his people for voting him in. That's the way it should be. Somebody like a Funka Akindele that that has hit it big in the Nollywood industry, in the entertainment world. You don't see a Funke come to do this kind of a thing that Regina is doing. All because she's married to a very rich man. And the man allowed it because, the man, fancied her and everything. And then this is the way to pay the man back. To be honest, I disagree with people that are making it look as if this man committed an offense. There is absolutely no offense. He's not the first one and he's not going to be the last person. Right? He is just not going to be the last person. Regina felt, it was just like a spoiled brat that was now trying to live outside herself. Because for you to now come inside chartering private jets, and who was chartering those private jets? Now Regina. Chioma, Davido's wife, that Davido is 10 times, 100 times richer than Ned Nwoko. Have you ever seen Chioma, any time you see Chioma, they post Chioma inside the private jet, Davido's, her husband's jet. You know that it's Davido that posted it. Either it's Davido or one of the 30 BGs, but not Chioma go and post herself and what and be putting it there. Maybe if they're in a club or whatever with the sisters or cousins of Davido, they can just dance there, and which is just a normal thing. But to come and be telling people, oh, I prefer to cry and see me in private, Chioma has never done that. And Chioma was less the age of Regina now when she had problems with Davido. For one day, Chioma has never come out to rub this guy down. And those was the first things that Davido told her, that you have never come out to rubbish me. But Regina's own is a different thing. For a man that decided to help her family. Anyway, maybe God will help the man. But to Senator Ned Nwoko, distinguished, to be honest, I know it is hurtful, that the how did they say it now? Is it that the dog that you fed, has become so fat that he now decided to attack you or whatever? But that is human beings for you. I know of a man that helped somebody, trained somebody in school, even outside the country, get the guy an employment when he was done, when he came back to the country, get him an employment, well-paid job. This guy, he didn't know he was the one that made the connection for him to be given it. He was just called upon and said, okay, where he didn't attend any interview. He got the job. While he did the job for a couple of years, he now decided to get married. He got married. He never mentioned it to this other man that helped him. It was when he had problems. in his marriage and in his office. Then he started looking for this man. So that is human beings for you. When you are helping any human being at all, just have it at the back of your mind that is God that you're sowing this seed for, so that God knows how best to pay you back. So distinguished, I don't know whether you see this video or any of your people will see this video. To be honest, if you agree with me, please release this guy, this boy. Let the head of the place that they are holding him, I don't want to mention the place, but I know, let the place of the head of the place that they are holding him, let them tell the boy, refrain from talking about this man, refrain from talking about anything that has to do with marriage. Just go and live your life. Release the boy. You see, a leopard doesn't change his skin. I give him 2 weeks. That drug habit, in the next 2 weeks, that is, the boy will do something that will make NDA, let NDLA, the police, and the office that are holding him, let them be on his, let them be on the boy be on their watch list. Just 2 weeks, something will happen. They will hold him. So when they now hold him and arrest him, it will now be between him and the institution of state, no longer between you and him. And nobody will now come to you, come and tell you, oh, go and intervene, go and beg, let them release the boy. You just leave them to their fate. But for now that everybody is now saying, oh, Ned, not knowing what transpired, not knowing the details, please, if it will be possible, find it in your heart, okay? Be a man, release this boy. The boy is not in any way a match to you. Release this boy. Politically, even by your position, or in Nigeria, or in terms of, there's no just way. Just release him. Let him be warned that he should go, but let him be on the watch list of both NDLA and then the police and the people that are holding him, so that at the end of the day, in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, this boy will do something that will make these guys to arrest him. By the time they now do that, it will now be between him and them. It is no longer you. So you wash your hands off it. If Regina decides that he doesn't want this marriage again, I also know it is hurtful. Okay, but somehow you are great. I know you are not a Christian, but in the Christendom, in the Bible that we Christians read, it's always written there in the Bible, it came to pass. So this too will come to pass. Just trust God that this will come to pass. God is just and God is fair. If you have treated her and her family well, and then they are paying you back this way, allow God to handle it. But please release this boy, let him go. Something that will bring him out again will bring him out again. Very soon, probably all the whole family will now come and beg and all that. If you want to forgive them, if you want to forgive them and take her back, if you don't want, it to end like that, so that as you're getting older, you don't get yourself involved into something that will give you a high overthinking, something like that, because it will affect you. Okay, that's just the counsel I have, about the whole thing, guys. I'm out of here. I sincerely pray that this thing will be resolved amicably, so that if Regina says she no longer do, okay, let her face her front. And then if there's any way that Ned can release this boy, so that he'll now know that these people are serious this time around. At least let him pick the pieces of his life. He has other wives. I think he's still there with Lila. He can go on with that, and then if he now wants to marry more, since he's a Muslim, he can go on. But for now, let him just give himself this peace, rather than this pressure and this tension that they're building around him. It's actually not very good and commendable. So guys, that's all I have to say about this. Please leave your comment at the comment section. Let's have a conversation around that as usual. Don't forget that my name is Judith, with a little touch of Ife. Bye for now, dear friends.